Hello, welcome to the 42nd Canadian Symposium on Remote Sensing. My name is Chris Hopkinson, Research Chair in Ecosystem Remote Sensing at the University of Lethbridge, and also co-chair of the CSRS2021. It is my honour and pleasure to welcome you to this year's symposium here in our virtual platform. I am speaking to you from Lethbridge, Alberta, and I will start by acknowledging that we are hosting part of this symposium from the Siksikaitsitabe or Blackfoot Confederacy people's traditional territory on the banks of the Old Man River.
Greetings everyone. My name is Homa Khairulapur, Canada researcher in remote sensing of environmental change from the Wilfrid Laurier University, and also the co-chair of the CSRS 2021. It's also my great pleasure to welcome you all to the CSRS 2021. I'm talking to you from Warlow, Ontario, and acknowledge that Wilfrid Laurier University and its campuses are located on a traditional territory of the Northern Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee people. Also, situated on the Haldimand Trace, the land promised in 1784 to the Six Nations of the Grand River.
As was the case last year, the symposium will once again be entirely virtual. 2 years in a row now, we have planned to gather together and experience all that Yellowknife has to offer. But alas, our plans have not materialized. We are grateful to the City of Yellowknife for their ongoing support and patience. Despite the restrictions imposed upon us by the pandemic, it is great that we are still able to connect and come together. We would like to thank the members of the local organising committee in Lethbridge, Northwest Territories, for their efforts in supporting our symposium. And here today, we recommit to hosting a regional or mini Canadian Remote Sensing Society Symposium in Yellowknife in the near future, when the threats of the pandemic are behind us. We would also like to thank all the members of the conference organising committee, who have put together an engaging programme with a few new and exciting and experimental components for you to explore. And we are grateful for the support of our sponsors and exhibitors at Teledyne Optech, Malvern Panalytical, the Canada Centre for Remote Sensing, the University of Lethbridge, and the Cold Regions Research Centre at Wilfrid Laurier University, and of course the Government of the Northwest Territories.
As you already know, the theme of the conference this year is Understanding the World, Remote Sensing for a Sustainable Future. And the key objectives of the conference are, first of all, to share our latest scientific outcomes and achievements in the field of remote sensing. Also, to connect our large remote sensing communities across Canada and internationally. And of course, facilitate networking and dialogue among these groups. To the next 3 days, we will feature keynotes, panel discussions, oral sessions, interactive poster sessions, workshop training, networking, and social events. All these events will be available and accessible through the Xordo platform, and the networking and the social event will be available through the VR environment and Gather app. The description and link for each of these events can be found from at the glance link in the Xordo platform. In the VR environment, we have 5 rooms, indoor and outdoor. You can enter each room separately and move your avatar around throughout space while networking to the other delegates. You can also use the chat to communicate with our technical team for troubleshooting. Please note that this VR environment is available throughout the conference for networking sessions, and for those looking for the distraction-free, relaxing environment after a heavy conference session, please try out the outdoor environment and chill out.
So, we will now officially open the 42nd Canadian Symposium on Remote Sensing, and we are honoured to receive some words of welcome from our Society President, Ahmed Sheikha, and Rebecca Alty, the Mayor of Yellowknife. These words will be followed by a performance of a great Northwest Territories artist, Leela Gilday. Leela is a passionate singer-songwriter and soulful performer, a Northerner and a member of the Dene Nation. Thank you.
We thank you all for being here today, and we wish you all a very fruitful symposium.
Hello, colleagues, friends, and students. I am Ahmed Shakir, and I am the president of the Canadian Remote Sensing Society. I'm honored today to give a few words at the beginning of the Canadian Symposium of Remote Sensing, CSRS, in its 42nd version in 2021. CSRS is one of the oldest remote sensing symposium in the world with many years of success. As you all know, we're supposed to be today at Yellowknife. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it in person because of the pandemic. We had to organize the event virtually. However, we still plan to come back to Yellowknife in another event, hopefully in the near future. Today, I would like to welcome everyone joining the society and joining us in the 42nd CSRS virtual event. This year, the event is different, building on the experiences we gained from organizing the virtual event last year. In addition to the technical workshops, engaging oral and poster presentations, and live QA sessions, this year we are organizing several panel discussions and for the first time virtual reality students events and the new students competitions. We also have a series of attractive keynote speeches from several experts from the government, academia, and industry. With all the additional activities we have for this year, I'm sure everyone will enjoy the event and get the maximum benefit. I want to take this opportunity to thank all members of the organizing committee for their time and efforts. I also would like to thank our volunteers who dedicated their valuable time to make this event successful. I wish everyone all the best. Thank you.
Hello! On behalf of the City of Yellowknife, I would like to wish everyone a great upcoming Canadian Remote Sensing Symposium. It's unfortunate that we weren't able to host you, but we do hope to see you in the future. If you come in the summer, you can partake in the 24-hour sunlight and golf under the midnight sun or go fishing under the midnight sun and plenty of other activities. If you come in the winter, of course, you can visit our snow castle, drive on the ice roads, see the beautiful northern lights. So we do hope to see you in the future, and again, wishing everyone a great upcoming symposium.
Danate everyone. My name is Leela Gilday and I'm coming to you from Yellowknife's Dene, a Quechua territory that's on Treaty 8 here in beautiful Denendeh. It's a gorgeous day. We're approaching the summer solstice and I'm here to introduce myself, share a little bit about my music, and welcome you to the Remote Sensing Symposium. I'm sorry that you're attending virtually, and hopefully in the future you'll be able to come to our beautiful territory where we can share the land and water with you. As I mentioned, my name is Leela Gilday. I'm from the Dene Nation, proud to be a musical ambassador for my nation and for the North. I've recorded 5 records. The last one, North Star Calling, just won a Juno Indigenous Summer Solstice Indigenous Music Award and a Canadian Folk Music Award. But really the star of my music is the songs, and the songs really share some important messages. One is that connection with the land. That to me is the most paramount thing in Dene worldview, is our connection with the land and water. We are not separate. And I think that's woven into Indigenous storytelling everywhere, but it really speaks to a human condition, which I think it's easy to forget if you live in a large city, how important that land and water is to our very survival. My music also talks about community, about how important our families, friends are to us. I talk about love and loss. I talk about destigmatizing the conversation on mental health and mental illness, and how that legacy of colonial trauma is really embedded in our lived experience right now. We're all moving towards that journey of healing, and hopefully to a place where the future will be better for our children. So I try to share some of those ideas and thoughts in my music, and I also celebrate our resilience as people. I mean, during difficult times, And, you know, a lot of stuff has come to light in the last couple of weeks for non-Indigenous people or mainstream about the children who were found in unmarked graves in residential schools, some among thousands. So I think it's important to deal with those hard truths and talk about them and open that conversation, but also to remember the resilience that got us here. So as an Indigenous person, as an artist, I like to write about stories that do share those things, that open people's hearts and minds, that share this beautiful territory with you, and that talk about the resilience and the power. So Mussy Cho for coming, and I hope you enjoy my music. You can find me on any social media or internet's platform. I'm really honored to be here. I hope you have a wonderful gathering, and all the best to you. Mussy.